A hungry child cannot learn. We as Americans forget that.
3 filmmakers take us to 3 different states, showcasing early education in our poorest communities.
Education is our ticket out of poverty here.
In Oregon, with migrant families.
Le digo que de perdida que saquen su estudio y todo.
On tribal lands in northern Minnesota.
We are teaching our culture, our history. Those are the essence of our identity.
And in the hills and hollows of eastern Kentucky.
He's ready to go to kindergarten. He's a good boy. He'll be a good leader.
How well are we preparing this next generation of Americans? The film is called Class of 27.
The 3 places in the documentary show us the diversity of experiences of rural poverty in the United States. We have the highest percentage of children in poverty of pretty much any industrialized nation in the world. We have about 1.6 million households who are not just living under the federal definition of poverty, but under the United Nations definition of poverty, which is under $2 a day per capita in the household. That is an extremely disturbing statistic, and the fact that that number is on the rise is something that we should really be concerned about.
We have a Great Depression every day, year in and year out.
Right now, it is about 1 in 4 children under the age of 6 who are on food stamps.
There's a lot of our kids go a long time without eating.
Hunger has a powerful impact on a child's ability, most centrally to pay attention. No matter how good the teacher is, if you're hungry and also tired, that reduces your ability to learn.
We have private sponsors who bring food to feed a child for a weekend. It's enough to keep the hunger pains away so that they come back Monday morning ready to learn instead of having to wait till Tuesday afternoon after lunch to be able to learn again. The dropout rates, it's not as high as it was. And behavior has improved in the elementary because they got food in their belly.
We know that the brain grows by far the most rapidly in the first 3 years of life, actually, but into early childhood. If preschool is of high quality, those kinds of early education experiences, research shows, reduces grade retention, reduces special education placements, increases high school graduation rates, and improves even socio-emotional development as kids grow older.
¿Qué más le falta a mi cuerpo?
Las manos.
Las manos.
Learning 2 languages benefits certain kinds of skills as you're growing up. The skills to pay attention, to regulate your behavior, and that's because you have this ability to either code switch or transfer between languages.
El idioma principal que se habla en su casa. De nosotros,
Mixteco, pero casi con los niños usamos más el español.
How many is this? Basic? Needs, yeah, that means 2.
That's actually good for the developing brain. It's a kind of cognitive flexibility.
Way.
Ooh, good job. What does that mean?
Hello.
Class of 27, as represented in this documentary, is of course a story of hope.
When I see my kids in kindergarten and in 1st grade and in 2nd grade and 3rd grade, and they still come back to me, and they show me that they can read a book, and they show me how well they can read. That's something. That's something.
The juxtaposition of Appalachia, of a tribal reservation, and of the migrant farm worker experience show us this kind of powerful vision of how the other half lives, but with a mix of kind of optimism and the strengths of these families and communities. Reframing the areas of opportunity to include not just our cities, but the rural areas of our country is extremely important for the country's future.